wonder whether from a evangelistic point, it's a real positive. But I wonder whether from a fellowship as a Christian, it could actually be quite damaging. I guess the danger is that we use it as an excuse to not meet, and just sort of like from my church back home, and I know in COVID it's such a different situation, but when people started to dribble back in and when restrictions were lifted slightly and people came back, there were quite a few people who were didn't, and if that was because of their sort of own personal opinions on COVID, then that's totally fine. But I think people did start to sort of think, well, church is quite slow right now. Church is quite discouraging. Church is hard. I don't want to be meeting with people. Actually, I'm just going to turn on the TV and have that in the background whilst actually I'm doing something else. And I think actually it can, depending on the person, and I know for myself as someone who's quite lazy, it gives me an option to opt out of community, which I think can be unhelpful. But from an evangelistic point, sort of looking in, the idea of just dipping your toes in and seeing what church is, and also being transparent with that to the rest of the world, effectively, because you're putting these things online. There's a real good element about not hiding what you do inside the walls of a building and how you worship.